A deal to acquire Washington Wizards forward Rui Hachimura. That's in exchange for Kendrick Nunn and 3 second-round picks. Hachimura was the 9th overall pick out of Gonzaga, remember, in the 2019 NBA draft. Here now with Woj. So, Woj, can you just back us up a little bit here? How exactly did this trade come together?
Hey, Malika, there were discussions as late as last night that included bigger trades than just a two-way deal with L.A. I was told that there were some three-way talks that would have involved Phoenix, but those larger trade discussions fell by the wayside, and then L.A. and Washington this morning zeroed in on the deal that they ultimately landed on, Rui Hachimura for Kendrick Nunn and those 3 second-round picks, a 2023 pick that L.A. has via Chicago, and the Lakers' own 2029 pick. And this was a player, Hachimura, who had wanted to be moved, did not reach a contract extension on his rookie extension this summer and into the fall with Washington, and wanted to be finishing games. That wasn't happening. And Kyle Kuzma certainly moved into a significant role in this Wizards front line. And I think for Washington, this is a chance for them, to move on from Hachimura and, get some draft capital back without taking salary back from the Lakers. And a Laker team now that obviously with Hachimura, gets a young wing player, wing defender, three-point shooter, a corner three-point shooter. He's shown some success doing that in the last couple of years. And I'm told the Lakers certainly would like to sign Hachimura to an extension this summer. He'll be a restricted free agent, but this, gets another young big wing in that Laker lineup who can defend and obviously make some open shots. They needed more shooting on this Laker team, and it's a player that they hope can help right away, and they certainly hope they can develop over time and into the kind of player people thought he would be when he was picked in the top 10 out of Gonzaga.
Interesting. So Rui Hachimura, you're reporting on his way to Los Angeles. Woj, thank you very much. I want to bring it out to the entire panel now here with Ramona Shelburne, Richard Jefferson, Chiney Ogumake. Kendrick Perkins is going to be joining us in just a little bit. Fix your face. Ramona, let's start with you here. What more can you tell us about what the Lakers are hoping to get with Rui Hachimura being added to this roster?
Well, they like that he's a big defender, 6'9", can play on the wings, and in that mold, like Markieff Morris, when they had him on that championship team, their analytics suggest that he has had good stretches where he can hit that corner three. And when LeBron plays with guys like that, he generally tends to elevate their games. And so they've had some success finding some good role players lately. Last night against Portland, Thomas Bryant, Dennis Schroeder, those are guys that they got for minimum deals. They did not have to do much with these guys, and they've found some gems. They're hoping Hachimura can be in the same role here because they think that he will play well next to LeBron James. They have enough guards.
Right.
With the way Dennis Schroeder's play, the way Pat Bev is starting to play, they have enough guards. Kendrick Nunn was expendable here. They need more size.
Interesting. Rich, your thoughts on this trade?
Why are you messing with me? No, listen.
Good job, baby.
It is an improvement. Like, Hachimura is a very good player. Like, again, you look at like Thomas Bryant and what he's been doing. I believe he was the backup to Rui or right before he got there. So, like, you look at the mold, he's a more skilled player, but similar effort, body types, they can do similar things. I like Thomas Bryant. It is an improvement over Kendrick Nunn. Like the second-round picks, we look at the second-round picks and say, oh, that's not a lot. But understand, the Lakers only have so many assets. So if you're taking away those second-round picks, which do have value, maybe not the first rounds that everyone is talking about, but if you don't want to give up those first rounds, your second round is the only one that you have a little bit of leverage with. So you give away 3 for them. Now you're limited in those assets, and then you look and say, okay, is he going to make us that much better? Well, look, the Lakers were great comeback last night, but they are better with him, so I'll give them that. Is this a deal break, or is this a needle mover? Is this going to move him from 8 to 6? I don't think so, but it is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I like the durability factor. I know apart from his, stretches where he's been injured, just by his size, his physique, we all know LeBron James thrives with shooting and also athletic wings. And then you look at the rotations, Anthony Davis coming back soon, Thomas Bryant obviously doing a great job, and then LeBron even playing playing the forward, technically in lineups. You insert him where maybe you're worried about AD's durability moving forward, but then now you have someone that can sort of split the minutes, can guard some bigs, can get out, stretch the floor, knock down a shot, because we all know the number one necessity to play great alongside LeBron James is being able to stretch the defense out so LeBron can get to the rim and do what he does best. LeBron will hit some jumpers, but he really wants to get to the paint. So I think this is one of those things where it's sneaky good because it's not like you're making huge risks with those second-round picks, and he's checking all the boxes necessary to, build at least us. They're not like a championship roster, but at least they're like more of a stable, contending roster if they're going to try to make the playoffs.
Or what?
Meaning, if you're going to try to have stability and become a contender for the playoffs, I'm not talking about championships. You need to have a foundation
contender
of
for the playoffs.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Yeah, this
Contender
helps them be a contender
the playoffs. Because
for the
how old is he? Like what? 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
If you develop him the right way, he has all the makings to be a solid player.
Right, and to your point, Adrian Wojnarowski reported over the weekend that Anthony Davis could be back in the Lakers lineup as soon as this week. Obviously, he needs to continue to test that foot. I'm curious, though, Kendrick Perkins, how would you grade this trade?
You know what? I give it a B+. I give it a B+. Let me explain why, right? When you look at Rui and you look at his size, his athleticism, and the wing position is the most important position in the game today. And so you have this young man who, I'm not knocking the Wizards organization, but they didn't have a LeBron James. And I'm not talking about a LeBron James on the floor. I'm talking about off the floor. So now this young fella could learn how to take care of his body. He had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, to ever play the game of basketball that he could communicate with, learn from, how to work on his body, how to work on his game, how to be a true professional. So it's good for the Lakers short term, and it's great for the Lakers long term, because now you have this young piece that you could mold and go into and develop him, and so it's great.
Yeah, that's a heck of a stat that's on the screen right now.
Well, also, let's give a compliment to Russell Westbrook.
Thank you.
They are
Wow.
plus 50
Yes.
with him on the floor since that, and he's been playing outstanding. I know he took a
The Lakers have made a trade to acquire the Wizards' Rui Hachimura. The Lakers give up Kendrick Nunn and 3 second-round picks for Hachimura, the power forward. Lakers traded for Hachimura with the intention of signing him to an extension this summer, sources tell ESPN. He could be a restricted free agent. And about the Lakers, they had a king-sized comeback last night. Now, they trailed by 25 at the half to the Blazers, the number one franchise in the history of worldwide basketball, and folks, it ain't close. Then mounted a furious comeback led by LeBron, who dropped 37 with 11 boards. Lakers win 121-112. LA currently sits one game out of the play-in tournament. Lakers trailed by 25 and a half, tied for the Los Angeles Lakers' second largest halftime comeback in team history. That's quite a history, as I mentioned, trailing only a 28-point comeback against the Mavs in 2002. It's also tied for LeBron's largest halftime comeback of his career. His Cavs also came back from down 25 in Game 3 of the 2017 first round against the Pacers. We are joined now. There he is. Don't be a stranger. Big Perk, NBA analyst extraordinaire. Perk, you see this comeback win turning the Lakers season around?
I do. And it didn't just start last night, though, Max. In 2023, forget 2022. In 2023, the Lakers have been playing some of the best basketball in the league. And it's been a blessing in disguise for his AD injury, because we're getting the best out of LeBron James right now. I mean, he's on another level. We're talking about a guy in 7 years that's going to be eligible for his pension. But now you're getting a chance and the opportunity to see what others are able to do. Like Thomas Bryant, who has been a monster, who had 31 and 14 last night. And so you see Russell Westbrook elevating his game off the bench. You see Austin Reeves is out, You see the young kid and Troy Brown Jr. coming in and producing. I think the Lakers, listen, they're going to get into the play-in tournament, and they're going to get into the postseason. And LeBron James, I just can't say enough about him, but we'll have that GOAT discussion another day.
That old geezer is still balling out of control. It's unbelievable.
What you call him, Max?
He's almost 40 years old. You're not supposed to be playing basketball after 20 years like this. All right, Patrick Beverley had some fun with Damian Lillard late in that big comeback victory, Perk. What'd you think of that?
I love it. Max, I love it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Jag from Jaggy Sports here. And let's get right into it. The Lakers traded today, big trade in the NBA. I know it's trade deadline, let's just say 2 weeks away, February 9th, I believe it is. But the Lakers wasted no time and pretty much traded for, it's finalized. I thought it was going to be in the afternoon, but I guess it's they wanted to get it done right away. Rui Hachimura from the Washington Wizards for Kendrick Nunn and 3 second-round picks. A little bit about Rui Hachimura. You guys can see in the clip in about 2 seconds here. He is a 6-foot wing that can defend and shoot the ball. He's 34% from the three-point line and 49% from anywhere else in the field, mid-range, in the paint, whatever. So he's pretty good. He put up 30 points in his last game. I believe it was last week, I think it was. So 30 points, not bad. And the Lakers have acquired 3 players that Russell Westbrook played with in Washington, and pretty much are going to come off the bench. You got Rui Hachimura, Thomas Bryant, and Troy Brown. So, you know what I mean? Those, including Russell Westbrook, those guys are coming off the bench. However, I'm hearing other rumors where the Spurs talks of Russell Westbrook going to the Lakers for Jakob Poeltl, Doug McDermott, and Josh Richardson. Those talks are still in play. I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen now. But at the end of the day, Lakers, you know, on paper, they look good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always say on paper, I never hype it up because you never know if they're going to gel with the team, right? Obviously, Rui Hachimura did not like his time in Washington. Ever since Kyle Kuzma came on board, his role has been diminished, and hopefully he can play well with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis and the rest of the crew. So check this clip out from the Rui Hachimura on his NBA journey from Japan to Washington. This is Jag from Jaggy Sports.